Hello and welcome to another quick end of the day update for Ether. Yeah, hasn't really moved today, not much. It has come down since this B-wave top was put in place today, but we haven't really broken to the downside, and price action leaves a lot of room for interpretation. My preferred wave count, especially as long as we're holding the 1605 level, I mean, as long as we're holding below that level, we should be heading further to the downside in this ABC structure of wave 5. Here, yeah, of Y of 2. So this would be my preferred scenario. We all know that Ether as well as Bitcoin are very stubborn at the moment. They don't really want to break through their critical support levels. So we have to be patient. This is another attempt, okay? I'm not exactly convinced that this is finally happening. Therefore, I gave you an alternative. But the thing is, as long as we are below resistance, we can focus on the downside. Just be aware we are basically sandwiched between this 1530 level, which is the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement, and the resistance area up there, right? So really between these two levels, squeezed between these, and yeah, this is a difficult one. You can see there was support on the 12th of October, there was support on the 11th of September, and ETH doesn't really want to go lower. So again, this would be needed though, a sustained break below 1530 to really confirm this. I would be very happy with at least here if this C wave gets to 1530 next. Then we need to see if this forms a larger A wave, another B wave, and a C wave. I'm not happy at all with the micro count. It's far too choppy, it's not impulsive. It has been quite nice on the way down, but now as ETH is really hovering above support, it starts to get choppy again. Yeah. Interesting development here on the chart in terms of possibilities for a sideways triangle. I mean, I'm not sure if this is really interesting, but this has developed in the last few days with the price action that the Ether chart has developed. If we break above micro resistance, which means above the last swing high at 1605, and if we then break above the 1627 resistance level, 78.6 retracement, yeah, then I think we have a good case for a potential larger triangle that's unfolding. I showed you that in the last video already. I mean, I will probably show it to you a few more times until either it's invalidated, or when it finally plays out, then at least you're prepared. The thing is, it will only get invalidated with a break below 1530. Then this triangle doesn't really need to be followed, because then we have made a new low and we're following the yellow count. But I want to emphasize the potential for this B wave, that this is actually not a B wave top, but instead this is forming a larger triangle. It is too early really to call a triangle out, okay? Or yeah, basically to be too focused on it, but I have to highlight always what is the level that we have to change our opinion, and what would be the scenario that is likely going to unfold if a certain level breaks. And that is the 1605 level. Above that level, we have to reevaluate this chart a little bit, at least the microstructure. It wouldn't change anything in the overall opinion, yeah, and view about the chart. So possible triangle, that would take forever. I mean, that can take into, you know, that would yeah, basically last into November probably, maybe even December. Bear in mind, oh dear, I'm not looking forward to December, because December is, especially end of December, it's going to be really boring. I mean, historically. Anyway, hard to believe it can be even more boring. I mean, this year was quite bad, nearly the whole year. So yeah, I can't really add anything else. I mean, we're still holding above support, should really come down to 1450 in the coming weeks. How long does it take? Really hard to say. All the movements to the upside so far have been corrective here. Nothing really impulsive. The move down also isn't really impulsive, which is why we just need to be on our toes here. Certainly Ether and Bitcoin keep us on our toes. The microstructures change quite a bit here in this range, and that's just due to the absence of impulsive price action and just ongoing sideways movement. The overall assumption hasn't changed for months. I mean, we're still here in this same structure, yeah, and it doesn't really matter where you put the B wave in the end. It will not affect the overall structure on the chart. Recent weeks, our forecast was for another low on the ETH chart. yeah, ETH did that, but it did not sustain. So it basically bounced, but it made a new minor lower low. And I would still at the moment focus on further downside. First of all to 1450, and then we can take a look at where we are and what the structures are that form down here. That's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.